And also, this movie, I think, handles the Entity, which is the AI enemy of this story arc in the franchise. It handles it better than the last film did. Because I don't know about you guys, but when this weekend, one of my favorite movie franchises ever, Mission Impossible, lights the fuse for apparently the last time with Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Also known as Dead Reckoning Part 2, The Final Reckoning wraps up the Mission Impossible franchise for the most part very, very well. The only part of the movie that I think I have a problem with is the first 20 minutes or so, where the pacing, they didn't nail it here with the pacing of the first 20 minutes of this film, because it rushes you and then slows you down, and then rushes you again and then slows you down. And it feels quite a bit choppy. But once we get to where we need to be, and the movie picks up, it does not let up. It is a roller coaster until the final scene. And I think my favorite sequence in the entire movie is about midway through the film, where Ethan has to dive into the Arctic Ocean and retrieve the Entity source code from the crashed submarine, the Sevastopol. This entire sequence is beautifully shot. It's so well executed. The music is creepy and ominous. And there is not just this sequence, but other things in the film not only call back to other things in the Mission Impossible franchise, but also other spy movies as well, like the James Bond franchise, for example. And the main stunt scene of this movie, which happens later in the third act, the biplane dogfight between Ethan and Gabriel, I thought was done very well too. And this movie, it does give its actors different scenes to show their skill at their job. Especially Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, I believe, delivers his best performance as Ethan Hunt yet in this film. And there are scenes where you can tell that he probably had a hand in writing them, and he was thinking, okay, I really want to have a chance to really act in this scene. And also, this movie, I think, handles the Entity, which is the AI enemy of this story arc in the franchise. It handles it better than the last film did. Because I don't know about you guys, but when in Dead Reckoning Part 1, when they sort of reveal that this is an AI enemy and that it has a mind of its own, I was very concerned, because we've seen a lot of AI enemies, and I could talk for a long time about what I think about AI and how it's used in different film franchises and things like that. But this movie very much does draw very clear distinctions between the Entity and the human characters of the film. The main theme of this movie is choice, and how different people's choices contribute to a whole, which is, in the case of the movie, the mission at hand. In particular, not just with Ethan, but also his entire team, and Angela Bassett's character, Erica Salome, who is the president inside this film. All of their choices combine to complete the mission, which is bringing the Entity to its demise. And the Entity, despite being very threatening, despite wanting to appear like it's this unstoppable five-dimensional chess playing enemy, when it comes down to it, it is still a robot, it is still a machine, and it really can't make its own decisions. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning wraps up the almost 30-year-old spy franchise for the most part very, very well. This movie gives us our best performance from Tom Cruise as the legendary Ethan Hunt, and gives us, again, as always, some amazing action set pieces, and is a non-stop thrill ride from beginning to end. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't some problems, in particular with the first act of the film, but besides that, this movie is an absolute blast and needs to be seen on the biggest screen possible. With that being said, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning gets an 8.5 out of 10. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Movies with Michael. I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and you can show up by leaving a like on this video and comment down below what you thought about this film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was it right there in between? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section. And as always, please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon to be notified about my latest videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.